Hello Fortnite fans, Nubis here, and I dropped Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 4 20 times, and this is what happened. It's been quite a few months since I dropped Chapter 1 100 times on FortMP, and a lot has changed since then. Remember when I said it was private and not open to the public? Well, throw that all out the window, because FMP is completely available to the public now with both North American and Europe servers, hosted nearly every day. It's truly a great time to be a Chapter 1 fan, and Season 4 is one of my favorite seasons of all time. Great locations such as Dusty Divot, Risky Reels, Double Pump, it's insanely fun, and I've been really excited to make this video, even though I don't do too awful well in it. Well, you probably want me to stop waffling on and, actually get to the video. So, without further ado, let's enter game number 1. In game 1, I kinda wanted to emulate my first ever game of Fortnite, all the way back in Season 3. I remember exactly how that game went, cause it didn't really last that long. I landed Moisty Mire in that game, at this exact tree. It was a pretty good landing spot, all things considered. This tree provided 3 whole chests and more than 100 wood from breaking it. Of course though, in Season 4, Moisty Mire was home to a huge movie studio. And I just want to say I absolutely love this area. It's so unique and fun to explore, not to mention it has pretty good loot as well. I just think the movie studio is a really cool theme for a location. I just love it. Not to mention the prison as well, man. I think Moisty is my favorite spot on the Season 4 map. It's really underrated. Anyway, back to game 1, I found this dude out by the trucks on the outskirts of the movie studio. He was simply trying to farm some metal when I took him completely by surprise. I kinda feel bad, but not really. Sorry, Big Bean. As the storm started to move, I briefly passed through the prison, but it was empty and already looted. In my first game ever, I died here, so I'm hoping not to repeat history when I saw that tree fall. I didn't find the guy immediately, but I tracked him down outside this bridge that would later become that half Wild West thing in the desert. I tried to pop some shots with a grenade launcher. God, I suck with that thing. As the storm encroached, I pushed up to him, he fumbled the bag hard by not even having his gun out, and then I tickled his pickle. 1, 2, 3. God, that's such a stupid joke. Later, outside of retail, I was poked in the back while running to the storm. You really think you're getting away with that, huh? Do you? No. In the final circle, while trying to get to high ground, I was taken completely by surprise, and I went into full potato mode. But honestly, I have no clue how this rocket killed me. Just a bit bullshit, if you ask me. Alright, looks like we're spectating this nerd neck now. He sweats his way to 10 kills, doing pretty well, but then he chokes the hardest I think I've ever seen anybody ever choke, ever, period, allowing Gaming Phillip to take the W. In game 2, I wanted to follow in the footsteps of my first game of Season 4, which I also remember pretty vividly because it lasted about 3 seconds. In that game, I was too pussy to land directly in Dusty, so I landed at the Penis Mountain instead. This isn't that game though, and this time, God had other plans for me in the form of this dickhead trying to snipe me out of the sky. So I was forced to land at this house that I don't know the fan nickname for, and tried to pop some shots at Hunting Rifle McGee through the window. I didn't end up killing him, but I did get some proletarian tier loot that I used to run as far away from him as I could. This bloodthirsty motherfucker didn't stop though. I had to get to this shack of shame before I felt safe. Keyword is felt safe though, cause soon after there was another guy who wanted to kill me. Difference is Alright, we all know how this ends. Gotta take a little bit of a breather after that one, so I'm landing at the racetrack in game 3. I wandered into this combination gas station and house area, which I thought was empty and looted. But it turns out there was a guy just sitting here in a room with a trap. I took care of him. It was quick. No pain. Almost ran headfirst into his trap. That would have been embarrassing. Stalked this guy for a while. Took him by surprise. He built up. I pull out the minigun. He pulls out the rocket launcher. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm gonna win this, but thankfully he's got a nice soft head. The zone's around fatal though, so I gotta get going. Make a pit stop at this broken house to spectate these two gentlemen. Nice. Alright, now to clean up the leftovers using my favorite broom, the minigun. They just can't handle it. They never can. Next stop, sitting behind some hay bales in a barn. I did enough killing this game. I deserve a break. Maybe I shouldn't have taken a break though, because the next fight I got into I just went complete and utter bot mode. Man, come on. It was such a good game. Well, at least I got to take joy in watching him lose even harder. Still kind of mad about it though. I could have won that one. This is mostly what game 4 looks like. You want to watch it? You want me to commentate over it? But yeah, I was sitting in this bush for way longer than anyone should have any right to do, and was continuing to do so when I was attacked! I was brought all the way down to 3 health, so I was just kind of building frantically, trying to keep the high ground and delay the inevitable. Oh, here it comes. Here comes death. I can see the light. Oh, wow. I have a bright future ahead of me, full of sitting in forts, in Fortnite, and Well, now I'm spectating this full-on default. I thought those went extinct years ago. I mean, I guess we're all defaults in this, but this man's got the soul. Oscar! Oscar, build cover! Oscar, you're not safe! No, Oscar! Oscar! I hope you burn in hell for your crimes. I hope your descendants never forget the evil you inflicted upon the world. I hope you suffer a fate worse than death. Choking a Fortnite win. It ain't a video in Season 4 if I don't go Dusty at least once. The first rule of Dusty Divot is to always find a shotgun, which I did. I used that shotgun to take out this unsuspecting victim, and then I... Game 6, let's just act like that last one didn't happen. I landed at this little fox outside of Wailing Woods. I always like these little animal things. Added a lot of personality to the map. I picked up what's probably some of the worst loot I've ever seen and made my way over to the woodhouse just north of Wailing. After looting it, I went into Wailing proper and paid a visit to one of those secret bunker entrances that I don't think they ever ended up explaining. I don't know if these guys were teaming or if they're just oblivious, but either way it didn't do them any favors. Outside of Dusty, I got into a sniper battle with this fine young gentleman. It's kind of funny, it's the late mid-game, I got 2 kills, decent loot. This is usually the part where I die horribly. Game 7 I was feeling like trash, so I landed at Junkie Junk Junction. Back in the day I used to call this whole portion of the map bot country, so it's nice to see that observation still holds up today. There was another guy there too, don't worry, I cleaned it up. Later found this guy lingering in Pleasant. I'm not even sure he knew I was shooting at him. This guy really thought he had me pinned in the storm. Nope. Took this fellow Spitfire by surprise outside of Tomato Town. It was a little clunky, but I still got him. Before I was even done with that fight, another Spitfire came and tried to give me a piece. I showed him my absolutely godlike aim and then synchronously pumped him in the face. That's not the end of the fighting though, cause of course it's not. Thankfully, I was saved by a knight in shining armor who distracted my attacker long enough for me to kill him. Unfortunately for me though, young boy better. He owns me. Game 8 just straight up doesn't exist, so I guess I'll show you this game I didn't include because it didn't have enough people. I returned to Moisty, my beloved, and quickly got up to max wood. The goal of this game was to build a sky base, but the storm was on my ass and I got attacked outside of this stupid fucking house. I don't know why so many people were here. I mean, Jesus Christ, did you see how fast the storm was moving? Why are you fighting me? This guy just didn't give up, even when he probably should have. Alright, this is gonna be the comeback story of the ages. I miraculously got up to full health and then immediately started constructing my glorious sky base. Man, I was chilling up here. I mean, I didn't have a sniper, but I had a scar, that's enough. I pumped some shots at the pathetic ant people on the ground, which was probably a mistake, cause yeah, this game ended how like 99% of sky base games end. Can we get much higher? Game 9, I landed at Risky Reels. Barely. Jesus, we're almost 8 minutes in and we're only on game 10. We gotta speed this up. But we're going Dusty Divot. At least I know this one's gonna be quick. First rule of Dusty Divot is always grab a shotgun, and I got a green hunting rifle. Well, at least this guy was breaking rule 2. This Dusty Divot, you're never gonna have a moment of peace. Anything can happen. Literally, you are never going to have a moment of peace. That is not an exaggeration. After multiple minutes of dancing with the devil, I finally satisfied rule 1. Before, you guessed it. He tried to be cheeky, but clearly he never saw game 7. Fuck you! Ultimately, the mistake that led to my downfall was trying to look for a moment of peace in Dusty Divot. Game 11, the servers were kinda shitting themselves, they were having a real bad time. Here I looked death straight in the face, but thankfully my trusty LMG came in handy. The LMG was really the only thing I could do damage with this game, everything else was too clunky because of the ping. Here's another guy who couldn't handle its raw power. I spent the rest of my time on this laggy earth, cowering in a shack while I got bombed out like a wedding in Yemen. We all know exactly how this ends. Please run into the trap, please run into the trap, please run into the trap. Let's fucking Game 12, I dropped into the better farm. Armed with nothing but a blue burst and some clingers, I valiantly besieged the farmhouse and brutally murdered its owner. I guess the farm doesn't like me that much either. Game 13, I popped this guy's head open, but someone else also did the same to me. In game 14, I did this guy in like a Palestinian 6-year-old. I love seeing motherfuckers posted up like this. Brings me right back. I didn't fight that motherfucker though. I fought this motherfucker. I thought I was well and good until this guy materialized out of nowhere, and then I somehow bounced off these tires that were under my stairs, which totally disoriented me, and yeah, spoiler alert, I don't win any of these games. I thought that was pretty clear by now, but just wanted to get it out of the way. I suck at Fortnite. Game 15 got a little risky, but I got it while holding in my organs. Later I got into this whole thing outside the Tomato Town tunnel, pumped this guy in the face, got immediately overtaken by the storm, got shot in the back by this dude with a scar, but then pumped him in the face. I also just like randomly got another kill. I don't even know where it came from. I didn't fight that dude at all. I got myself some hop rocks and hopped my way back out of the storm, but I also hopped my way straight into this other dude's shotgun. In game 16, I dropped into Tilted Towers, and yep, there's just as many people going there as usual. I got my towers considerably tilted, but of course, as they say, everything that happens in Tilted stays in Tilted. Doo-doo. 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 Rah! I slithered my way into the top 10 by spraying with the LMG. I'm telling you, this thing fucks. I got injured pretty badly. Good thing I left this Diet Pepsi laying around. Be back in bot country now. I'm pretty confident I can handle this. I launched my way into optimal positioning and then immediately built up into a strong stone fortress. As my last two opponents fought, I popped some shots and kept the pressure on. Eventually, as it was turned to a 1v1, I knew I needed to do nothing more than to just stay on high ground and keep on spraying to win the game. I know I said I didn't win any of the games, but I was lying. I'd like to keep you on edge. Game 18, I dropped Tomato Town, aka the worst location ever. I chose Blue Pump, this guy chose whatever the fuck he was doing. I quickly went from murdering humans to murdering llamas. This is actually a pretty great find, they were a lot rarer in Season 4. I never said I stopped murdering humans though, I killed this guy with a scoped assault rifle, I should get a medal for that. Shortly after that, this guy met the wrath of my double shotgun. I met the wrath of being a fucking idiot and healing out in the open though. I don't want to show the end of this one. In Game 19, I met a fan in the hero mansion, that was fun, shout out to GoFax. Later in the game outside Dusty, I saw it was very obviously a trap and yet still made the conscious decision to fall for it. I am not the smartest man in the world, that's for sure. Hey, we're spectating my friend from the mansion. I guess we can watch him. He didn't get very far before getting, that by a hacker. Great. You can make a wild guess about who won that game. Alright, here we are, game 20. I got the best loot in the world. Dusty was pretty quiet this game, except for, of course, the guy that I killed. Damn, that's a gold scar. Alright, let's get it. I actually killed multiple guys, but this one actually kind of got close to killing me. Still got him though. We're all good. Killed another guy out by the depot by giving him the old rumble tumble. After that, I took to the skies and grabbed a hop rock to go check out this fight near Salty. I immediately pounced on this guy. I kind of feel bad, really. He had no chance. I tried to spray into this guy's box, but he just obviously had way better ping than me. I couldn't really do anything about that. I followed him into Salty Springs, where he continued to be just like the most annoying type of player ever. I hate people like this. The fighting continued in Salty even after the storm had moved in on us. Salty will always be salty, I guess. You know what's also salty? The annoying FNCS kid I finally killed. Twitter Remedy FV. Let's check him out. Yep, that's exactly what I expected. Alright, kinda proud I killed him. All good things must eventually come to an end though, and in this case, game 20 came to an end because I was stupid and built when I was trying to knock this guy down. And then, trying to edit because controller is so slow, I got sniped to 11 health as the storm started moving, so yeah. I was totally not mad, by the way. I was the calmest I've ever been in my life. The fact that you can hear the guy I was fighting die to fall damage in the background, just like, ugh. Well, that's it. That's the video. Yep. Nothing else after this. I want to say once again thanks to Danii, Sizzy, and Mix, the developers of FortMP, for hosting this and making this. It's been just a ton of fun, and it's just a really impressive game server in general. Also, if you want to play this yourself, Era's Discord server is in the description of this video, so if you want to join up, have some fun, feel free to. Well, that's all I got for now, but as long as FMP still exists, I plan on still making videos for it. So stay tuned, and see you next time. Goodbye, and thanks.